is ball above all.
Take a little Spalding. Let me just stir this around.
Did you destroy this just for this?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Let's see.
80 for real. Pick one.
Let's see what this is. Ooh, this is good. And I'll start with you, Nell, actually, this time, and I'll kind of move it around.
All right.
Is Lamelo going to be an All-Star?
Ooh. This year or perennial?
Just in general. Is Lamelo going to be an All-Star? Or a superstar? That's what it's.
So, you know, in my little bit of playing that I've done, I've been on both ends of the spectrum as far as, you know, being a starter, and your leash is a little bit longer. You get to, your minutes are solidified, which allows you to make mistakes, you know, and coming off the bench, I feel like they don't give, sometimes anyways, I mean, it's kind of changing as minutes are going up, but I feel like sometimes they don't give him enough time to make mistakes. Him being so young and so talented, like, this is a guy, like, you got to just let him off the leash.
How old is he?
19.
19, right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
this is a guy you just got to let him off the leash and let him play. So I think that he will be an All-Star if he gets the minutes that he deserves. If he doesn't, then it's gonna be tough for him. So I don't think it's in his hands, and I don't think that his game is I don't think his game is gonna change as far as what he's capable of doing. I think he's capable of being an All-Star, but his minutes have to match that to make it happen.
Right.
An interesting fact about this, I think as well, Lamelo Ball just beat his brother's record for the youngest triple-double of all time.
Yeah.
And I think at that time we would have said that, you know, Lonzo would go on to be an All-Star. And look, he's, you know, on the trading block right now, and he's improving, but he's not an All-Star. I kind of see him potentially going that path as well. It all depends on his minutes, depends on what happens in Charlotte as well. It's also situational, and if you're winning, to our point that we were talking about earlier, if you're in a winning environment, you're going to be up higher to that point. You know, Kobe was, 46 or something in that one year?
Right.
We're talking about one of the greatest players of all time. Rest in peace to Kobe.
That's it.
If he's in Charlotte and they're winning, he's going to be an All-Star a couple of times. If Charlotte continues to be Charlotte Bobcats, then he may not become
the Bobcats. Yeah,
he may not reach the. He may not be an All-Star. He may just be a good player on the Bobcats. Would be my kind of take on that.
Riff, your take.
You know, I think it's too early to tell, to be honest with you. It's tough to tell because of what Nell said. He's coming off the bench. His production off the bench is good, but it's hard to tell if it's All-Star level right now. He hit the triple-double. He dropped 27 the other day, 27 in, 8 or 9 or something like that. He's playing well. But we just got to see how his game really translates over time once he becomes a starter, once scouting reports get done on him and stuff like that. Because part of the NBA game is mental, and part of it is like, can you handle 82 games a year? You know you can play basketball, but now will you be a good NBA player? So I think we need a bit more time to see. We see he has the intangibles. He's in my opinion, right now, better than his brother was when his brother came in. I think he's more impactful to his team. He's just handling the limelight a bit better. But my prediction, roughly, I think he'll be an All-Star. He'll be in All-Star games. He could drop dimes. He's flashy. Like, he'll be an All-Star. Will he be an All-Star? Like, stand the test of time, be a good NBA player at a high level for years to come? I don't know yet.
In my opinion, first of all, let me just put this up at the camera. This is Nick Young, is what he said. Nick Young.
First of all, Nick Young is whack.
And I said we'll take that with a grain of salt.
Swaggy P
said he says this is Lamelo's league now. That's what he said.
Well, don't put him on Nick Young quotes, man.
So I had to put that out there. So anyway,
You're showing something that like Charlie.
I had to put that. I had to put that out there.
Next question.
I had to put that out there only because
Swaggy P.
Where's he right now, by the way? What's he doing?
I forgot he's one of the 7 disciples of the NBA.
Nobody even knew when he left the league.
Anyway, my point.
Is he hanging out with Gilbert Arenas in a club right now?
My point to posting that was, I think when we dive into what is a superstar or all-star,
Swaggy
what
pick.
are we done? what are we looking at? Like, and I think you all made good points. I think Lamelo embodies everything of a superstar. I think in today's league, the way it's going, there's so many guys that are out of the league now that I've been watching videos on, like Michael Beasley, OJ
Such
Mayo,
good player.
Crazy.
like tons of these guys that could play in today's game
Beasley
because
was a
they're
beast in
offensive
college.
beasts, and that's what the game is about. So it's like when they needed to be defenders, that wasn't their game. So today's game, LaMelo can fit in because he has the flash, he has the passing ability, he has the offensive ability. Even his IQ for the game is crazy. I don't know if you guys saw that last game where they had the ball in the inbound. It was like 1 point something left, and he hit the ball off of
Yeah, I saw that.
Sabonis's back.
Yeah.
And then he just ran off the court. And everybody was like, oh, what is he doing? But just little things like that is what will take him to me at the next level, because we're looking at, again, and I always want to break it up to the product in terms of it being a business and understanding the players. These players are starting to understand this is a business. So yeah, I can play good, I can train, but what am I doing to keep me on this team? If I can keep the fans in the seats and I can drive revenue, then 100%. For us that like the actual game, I think the kid could be good. I think he's going to be a superstar if we keep going the way we're going. Is he on the levels of the Zions and the RJ Barretts and these guys? I don't know, but I think he's flashier than them, in my opinion. I don't know what that will equate to later on, but I think he could be a future for the league. As crazy it is, Swaggy P said it, but I think he could be, you know?
Don't co-sign Swaggy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you been hanging out with Swaggy on the front alley or something?
Hey,
I would believe that.
I'm just saying.
I would believe that. He's a regular ass dude around here nowadays.